So can you come pick up your clothes? I had them folded. Meet me at the door. I live still open. I know.
Hi guys, welcome back to Daily Dose. Oh, I know it's been around. Don't cook me, But it's just been so much going on. Like, I'm not about to get out my whole backstory life, cause I know I can yap on here. But it's just been so much, and I'm gonna be real, y'all. I've been getting lazy. I've been getting so lazy with like this content stuff, and it's crazy because like I used to kill myself that I'm not getting it out, but now it's kind of like either I'm running out of ideas or it's like, mind you, I feel like I just got started. I got like what, 4 videos up, so ideas should be spruing, but I just have so much going on with like work, life, relationship stuff, family stuff, and yeah, and I literally just traveled to Atlanta. I have a whole Atlanta vlog for y'all. I recorded way more content than I thought I did. So it's been a lot with editing that, but I dropped my maintenance video. That's the last video I have on my page, and then now it's the actual vlog, and I think I'm on the 3rd day. So I just have to finish that up and then do the 4th day and then done. But it's just a lot. Like, that's gonna be a long video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's not too boring or anything. But I just thought I'd come on here, turn the camera on, say something, talk. Honestly, this gonna be like a little vent session. I know I'm gonna get y'all a little raw perspective of like what's going on in my head and stuff like that. I mean, my hair done, got my little cute dress on, nobody's home. Today I just want to talk about like basically navigating life after college. I don't know if a lot of people could relate to this, but like I've heard of something and it turns out it's true. I think it's called, I'm probably saying it wrong. After college, like depression, post-grad depression. That's what it's called, post-grad depression. And I believe I have that. I fell into it like so deep, like literally like not even a week after I graduated. I like felt like this sadness, like what am I gonna do with my life? And I feel like it really hits harder for people who have not got a break. Like when I tell you that I've been in school since my mother enrolled me all the way up to college, like I didn't get no break. So I went straight into college, like didn't take a gap or nothing right out of high school. And what makes it even like worse, not worse, but like I was in the EOF program, and for Monmouth's EOF program, you have to do like a summer program and take classes in the summer, like orientation classes and all types of and then you take placement tests. So they give you an English class and give you a taste of how like college English goes, and then if you don't pass the placement test, they put you in the math class, like the math placement one. If you don't pass it, they put you in a math class so you could get like math prep, and I didn't pass it, so I had 2 classes. You know, a lot of people only had 1, but I had 2, and it was literally for 4 weeks, I believe. So yeah, it started in like mid-July and it ended in August. So once that ended, y'all, I had like what, like a week or 2, and then boom, right back on campus. And they make the freshmen come early because it's activities on campus and stuff like that. Like you don't come like right when class start. Like when you're an upperclassman, you come the day before classes start. But as a undergrad, I said upperclassman, I meant sophomore and up. But like when you're a freshman, you're new, they have all these programs and stuff they want you to go to, like, you know, just to kind of like, you know, like bring you in. But it was cool because since I did the summer academy, a lot of stuff was already taught to us during that. So by the time we got there, we already knew where everything was on the campus, where to find the food, where the like gym was, and like the stadiums, all that, like where all the dorms were. We was able to navigate the campus alone. Yeah, shoot, I was already a little tour guide, but you know, it had its ups and downs. But basically, back to my point, it was kind of interesting. I mean, it was a little harder for me because I started like in the summer. I started my college experience, so I was already doing English classes in the summer and a math class in the summer. So it kind of already started. And then when undergrad came in the fall, that's when you had your 5 classes and all that. Yeah, so yeah. And I don't think it went fast at all. People be like, oh my God, this went so quick. I don't think it went fast. Like, I couldn't stand college while I was there. I couldn't. Like, for some reason, I just was like, it was hard for me. I blame myself for the friend group stuff because if I didn't feel comfortable in that moment, or if I felt like I wasn't fitting in, I would like slowly like fall back. Like I would never kind of like start shit. Excuse me for cussing. I would never like start anything to the point where it's like, oh, I'm gonna start something and create drama and break us up. No, I just would like step back because I don't want to make the vibe weird. And if, especially if I feel like more people in the friend group is like clashing better and like meshing well together, I would just be like, okay, I'll let y'all do y'all. I don't want to mess the vibe up, and that's what happened a lot of times with me. But I had one friend group, and I just some parts of me just didn't feel right being there. So then I got my second friend group. It was more of us, kind of broke off a little bit, but then some of the people in the friend group stayed together, and I ended up living with my sophomore year. It was 8 of us, and then my junior year we had that was the best dorm, but it was 4 of us, and we still was friends with the 5th. So it went from 8 of us to 5 of us, and that was like my friend group. And then I'm not gonna tell too much tea on here, but 2 of the girls in the friend group started clashing, so one kind of separated. We would all still hang out with her, and she lived with us too. But like we would all still hang out with her. She was cool and stuff, but she just wouldn't hang out with us when we were with the other girls. So that kind of was like a little, but it worked. But I kind of wish we were all kind of like together. Got a little family group chat and they texting in it. I'm busy right now, but yeah. So it kind of like a lot happens within like undergrad. You know what I mean? But yeah. But anyway, I made it through. Graduated last May. It's been a year since I've been out officially. And I beat myself down like a lot. Like I really punched down on myself because I worked so hard, guys. Like y'all don't understand. I'm gonna try not to cry in this because when I talk about like how I really feel, it like I just start getting emotional, But like it's okay. I'm not ashamed of it or nothing. Like I'm an emotional person. Like at the end of the day, I love myself. I don't care what nobody thinks. So I could come on here and talk about whatever. I really don't care who judges me or anything because everybody's not gonna like you. That's how I see it. So it's like I beat down on myself because I know the type of life I want for myself. I know, like kind of like this cycle in my family, like with my mom and my aunts. Like not saying that they had horrible lives or anything, but like we had it hard growing up. Like they had a very hard growing up, and then my mom was doing what she could do with us. My mom had my brother when she was 21, so she didn't get like to experience her 20s or nothing because she had my brother at 21 and then she had me 2 years later, so she would have been 23. She had my sister a year after me, 24. So my mom, she did what she could do. Like my dad was there. He was there today. I love my dad down. If you ever see this, I love you, Dad. Like me and you are like this now. Like sometimes time is what makes things better. But to my point, because I keep getting sidetracked, please y'all tap me and be like, get to the point. But anyway, I beat down on myself. Like I'm very hard on myself because I feel like I just want a better life for me and my family. So I'm like, if I could take the right steps, do this and do that, everything would be gooch. But a lot of people really didn't tell me like some things are not gonna go according to plan, which I kind of knew. But like, I just thought like, the way I'm working, the way I'm hustling, it has no choice but to go right. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I had it in my head. Okay, I was about to say, is my camera dying already? But no, it's not. But yeah, so like, and I feel like a lot of people don't tell you that after college, like, hey, it's not gonna go the way that you want it to. Because I swear in school, in classes, professors, counselors, you name it, they will always be like, oh yeah, when you get out, you're gonna have so much opportunities. You can do this, you can do that, da 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 da. But they don't tell you how hard it is to even land a job. Like they should teach us that in school. Like, hey, the first couple of years might not be what you want them to be, but you're gonna get there someday, or at some point when the time is right, it's gonna happen. Just keep pushing, keep doing what you gotta do to get to where you want to be. And they didn't tell me that. So I really thought in my head that like once I graduated college, everything was gonna fall into place because I got the degree, I got the experience. What's left, And when I tell you guys, I was so involved. I was a communication major. I had concentration in journalism and PR, public relations, and I was a journalism geek. I love storytelling. I love research. I love interviewing people. Like, I just love hearing about things and news and stuff. And like, I don't know, I get a rush off of it. It depends on what kind, because I'm not like, a news geek. Like I gotta watch the news, which I feel like I should because that stuff always interests me. Lately, I've been really into true crime, like a lot, documentaries, all that kind of stuff. But I was kind of like I like sports. I wanted to get into sports. That's why I got the minor in sports. But I thought I was a sports geek until I started going to school with them sports geeks. They be knowing everything. I was like, maybe I don't like it as much as I thought I did because they knew so much more, like the history, everything. And I was like, ooh, maybe I don't belong in this field. First, I'm a black woman. Second, I am a woman. I should have said that the other way. First, I'm a woman. Second, I am a black woman. And it's very male dominated, that field. So I kind of already knew that. So I wasn't putting like all my eggs in one basket, like, oh, I'm gonna be a sports reporter. Like I was like, I can do news too. I've written for news. I've written for sports. And I had one more. It was 3 categories in the paper that I've written for, but I did all 4 years I've written. I did the school paper, school TV station, school radio station, president of the National Council of Negro Women Club. I was a part of Black Student Union. Did so much, y'all. Like I would have to pull it up. Got the National Honor Society in my department. I got it. I applied it for my senior year, but I bet you if I would apply for it sooner, I would have had it. But I got it I applied for my senior year and got it. But like when I tell y'all, like so much, I got chosen to be a student panelist for orientation. One of the only the only black girl on the panel. I went to Monmouth University, so it's a PWI, predominantly white institute. Sorry, y'all. So like I was like literally like breaking barriers there, like doing stuff that my family never did. Like when I tell you, like nobody in my family have gone to college. None of my like my mom didn't go, none of my aunts. My dad went to trade school for pressing, being a presser, like the cleaners and stuff, and he still does that today. My mom went to the army, but she got hurt. When she came out, she met my dad, and the rest is history. She never went back. My brother, he went to Brookdale for a little bit. Apparently, he just got his certification to be a welder, so he's been doing really good with that. I'm proud of him. Love you, brother. My sister, she just been working. She was a farm tech at one point, but she had to take a little step back from it. Do whatever is right for your mental health, But yeah, like cousin, he went to Brookdale too. I was like, a lot of things was kind of like stopping my family from like doing what they wanted to do, and I just had my eye on the prize. I'm like, I'm doing this for y'all. Like this is for my legacy. Like I want my family to be good, set, so like, and I'm the first granddaughter too, y'all. Like I'm the first girl to be born into the family. I'm the oldest girl. Like there's boys before me. I believe it's including my brother 3. Yeah, including my brother 3, and then I'm the 4th grandchild, the first girl. So another thing is that I'm like, I want to pave the way for my girls, like my girl cousins, my female cousins. Like if I could do it, y'all could do it too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I wanted to be a good role model for them and my sister. So like that's really why I wanted to be perceived a certain way and stuff like that. Cause I'm like, I got to be a role model and get them right too. So yeah. But now that I'm out of college, like, I beat myself up a lot because it's like I really wanted this to go different. I did not expect to come out of college and still be working my retail job. Like I had that job since my senior summer. Like I graduated from college. No, I graduated from high school, y'all. Sorry. And then I was working at Wawa, and then I applied for my retail job when I quit Wawa in August, and I got the job in August, right when I was about to go back to college too. I didn't want to work in college. I said that too. My parents were fine with it. I stayed for a reason that didn't even matter to me. It was weird, but I stayed there anyway because I was like, whatever, I'll make money. And then my boyfriend was working there at the time too. So, I wanted to kind of like work with him, like I was going to be in college, even though my college is like not that far from where I live, but like that would be another chance for me to get to see him if we're working together. So I kind of kept that for that reason too. But yeah, I had my retail job since then, August 2021, and I'm still there after college, and you couldn't tell me that I was not finna do that. Like, I thought I was gonna get out of there. My main goal was to get a job, right? Have a job lined up for me right after grad, and I'm gonna be real, I did. It was at a radio station. And I did the interview. I'm gonna be real, I did not think I got it. I did not think I got the job. And it wasn't to be like on air talent. Like it was like another position, which is like a nice entry level job. And honestly, I did not ever want to go into radio. I was saying that like from jump when I first started school. I was like, I don't like radio. Like, I want to be a reporter. I want to be in the field talking to people with the action, like, and eventually I want to become an anchor. Sit in a news station, read the news from the teleprompter, sit pretty, do that. Like, that was the goal. But that ain't really, work out or whatever. But I mean, I'm not gonna say it didn't work out because, I'm still young. I'm still alive, breathing. I'm still doing things in my field, so I'm like, whatever. Like, if it's meant to be, it'll come back. I'm not gonna count it out all the way. But anyway, to my point, because I keep getting sidetracked. To my point, I never had any interest in radio until I had to take a radio class for my minor. My senior year, I was a sports comm major, and for one of the requirements was to take radio production. It was a 100 level class. That means like easy. 400 is like, the hardest. They have 500 classes, but that's grad. But 1 through 4 is all undergrad. And I took it. I was the only senior in the class too. Like, I tell you, like, I had an option to take radio. I did not want to do radio for some reason. I just was like, no. And one of the assignments was to have a radio show all throughout the year, like the semester. And I did my own radio show and I loved it. I was like, this is crazy. My last year here, I love radio. I could have had this for 4 years. Like, it's just insane, y'all. But yeah, so then I applied to this radio thing. I had history with them. Like, the lady who was hiring, like the recruiter, she knew me and everything because I did like an intern for a day program my sophomore year there, and she met me. I met all the like DJs and all that. Like, it was really nice. So when I seen her my senior year, she was like, yeah, I remember. I would see her every year and say hi to her because that's the connection. But my senior year, I was like, I want to apply for a job, and I got the interview. Crazy. I got the interview and everything. And I went, I got the job. But when they told me to pay, I just was like, I can't. Like, I'm a full grown adult. I got bills. I got goals. I have a lifestyle. Like, I can't get that pay cut. And my retail job was paying me way more than that. I'm not going to say the price, but like the job I've been there for years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got kind of like status there, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I already had everything like added up. Like, my bills is going to this. I already had my check added up every like 2 weeks. I'm like, this is how much I get made. I could do this with it and that with it. So that cut, it wouldn't have been good. And I talked to my mentor about it. And I try not to reach out to my mentor unless it's like an urgent situation. Like, I check in with her here and there. But like, if I'm like crying hysterically and I need to be calmed down, I'll call her. If I have like a dilemma or like a situation where I don't know where to go, I'll call her and I'll call my mom. But like, my mom is a little old school. My mentor is old school too, but one thing about my mentor, she's in the same field. Like, she was like a radio broadcaster, and she's done voiceover commercials. Like, she's the reason why I got into journalism, into communications. Like, so she knows like the game. Like, she's a little dated too. Like, not dated. Ooh, that sounds bad. I love you. I'm sorry. She's a little old school too, but my mom don't have any experience with that type of industry, so she don't know what pays good and stuff like that. But my mom gives good advice too, so I'm gonna ask her. Like, so that's what I did. So I asked both of them. And they were like, no. Like, and then my mom asked her boss, because her boss was a comm major too. Now she's running a daycare. She's a director of a daycare. So education, she went a whole nother way. Like, you never know where your life or your degree is going to take you. It's crazy. But yeah, she went a whole different direction. But she was a comm major too. And she's like, like, stay with your retail job. You'll find better. So I'm like, okay. But a part of me kind of regrets it. But I do feel like I always see like the application open. And it was really close to my house too, so that drive would have been nothing. But honestly, I wouldn't even be in the office all the time. I would be at like different events because they do a lot. And I've read up about that position. Like, it's a really great entry level job, really nice position. You meet lovely people, but they don't get paid enough for how much work they do. And I was like, wow, okay, so that come with the game, which I'm fine with, because I'm not even asking for like 30 an hour or nothing like that. But like, you got to give me more than like what my retail job is paying me. I'm sorry. But a lot of people was like, I had to take a pay cut. I had to do it and I'm like, you know what? You're right. Sometimes I have regrets, but in that moment, I felt like that wouldn't have been good for me. And I was like a week away from graduation when I started doing that interview and everything. Like, I really could have had like a industry job, but I turned it down. I just couldn't, So I'm like, whatever. And then I got offered to write for a newspaper. A magazine, a startup magazine, and they're starting up. So, what do they have to give me for it? But they told me everything, like how it would go. Like, we need a writer to cover these board meetings and these city council meetings. And my mentor put me on with that too. One thing about her, she gonna get me a job if she hear about it. She's a councilwoman too, so if she hear about it, she gonna put me on every time. I love her. Everybody needs a mentor. I'm telling y'all, somebody that, like, even if y'all don't have like the same interests within the field, just somebody to give you good advice, pour into you, just tell you you're doing great, tell you what you're doing wrong, be able to take that constructive criticism, guys. Like, it's so important, you know. Like, this lady has poured into me so much. She's literally like my second mom. Like, y'all don't understand. I love her so much. But she got me the job. She when she heard that they were starting up a magazine and they needed writers, she put me into it, and that's how I got connected with them. Don't get me wrong, it was good and stuff, but I have my own reasons that I won't stay on here. That on why I left, you know. But main thing, I went to see other opportunities, and I told them that too. It was kind of hard, like, telling them that, because I didn't know how to leave. But it's to a point where I feel like I need to do more, you know. I need to do more. I don't want to stay in the same spot. But I've written for plenty of magazines. Well, this was my first magazine. I've written for plenty of newspapers, so, you know, that's easy. But like, those people, I'm sure they have more experience to me. But those writers, they get paid a nice buck for what they put in. And when I tell y'all, long nights up on the computer, tired as heck, like, y'all don't understand, like, editing for hours, like, just so much goes into writing these articles. And sometimes when I really like the topic I'm writing about, I get a flow, like, I just go. Like, that's happened so many times when I was in undergrad in school. I just flow, get the paper done in like an hour because I really like the topic and I got enough information. But when you're covering a topic that you really don't have interest in, it kind of feels like a chore. It kind of feels like homework. And I like the city council meetings. It was the board meetings that I really couldn't, like, get a grab on. And they were like, talk, the mics were so bad, and then they were doing it in like a cafeteria, sort of had like an echo, not too bad, but like the mics were like very horrible, so it was kind of hard for me to hear. I will audio record it with my phone, and then I have a notepad, so anything I write in and I don't catch it, I could go back in my audio and, you know, find it and then be like, okay, they said this, and it will like mess up a lot of my quotes because I can't hear. So it just was a bad environment. I'm just like, so it was kind of hard for me to like flow with those. But city council, I love them way more better. They were more organized. But my mentor is on the council too, so I got to see her, you know, every 2 Wednesdays. It was cool. But you know, I couldn't. But I say that to say, like, you know, I've been trying to get little gigs and stuff. I mean, my resume is loaded. I actually have a 2-page resume, believe it or not, which I know they'd be like, keep it to a 1-page, but I have so much that, like, I did. It's very important, I feel like, to land these positions. So I keep them on there and I just structure. It's not like a whole 2-page, but it goes onto a 2nd page. It's kind of just like my achievements that's at the bottom. They kind of float onto another page, so I just separated it. But like, I've done so much, like so much. I even worked as a communication assistant for the Moms Digital Network. It was like our own TV channel for the sports. And oh my God, I've learned so much. Audio, camera use. I worked like a little RoboCam. I remember doing a crowd mic. I did not like that. It was so boring. You just hold on. But yeah, like I've done other things, timeouts, like, you know, it was just so cool. Anyway, back to the subject. Just such a cool experience. When I tell you, like, the campus has so many opportunities to like just get experience, especially with my field. I was nervous going to Monmouth, but once I got there and stuff, I realized, like, girl, you can't just come here and not do nothing, just go to class. Like, you have to get the experience. Like, this is where you build your resume. So like, I started putting myself in uncomfortable places, and I was getting there. Like, you know, I started the paper late. I was supposed to start the paper fall. When I got there, I started the paper literally like spring semester towards the end of the semester. I think I got like 1 or 2 articles in. But then that next year I started flowing, y'all. I'm like, I could do this. So then I got comfortable with the paper. Then I'm like, if you want to be a reporter, cool. You got to be able to write, but you got to be able to speak too. So then I joined the TV station to learn how to read off the teleprompter and everything. My junior spring semester, joined that late. And then senior year, kind of like, I was trying to go, but I just realized, like, you know what, girl, maybe you it was hard. I'm like, you need more practice. And that would have been the practice, yeah. But like, you gotta balance classes and homework and stuff. And they will always have the shoots late, like 6, 7 o'clock, and like, got 8:30 in the morning or something. Like, ain't homework to do that's due the next day. Like, so it was time management is very important in undergrad. No, I'm saying undergrad and college period. But yeah, so I don't know, y'all, but I've been trying, but I'm like, nobody told me that it would be like this. And I think that's like the biggest thing to learn at uni, like that once you get out of here, it's not gonna go like that's another phase of your life, navigating life outside of college. And nobody really taught me how to do that, like, and I'm telling you, y'all, like, I work hard as heck. I work so hard. I put in so many hours in a day. Like, I take care of myself for real. Like, I'm not gonna knock my parents because they do for me when I ask them to. But if I'm asking them for something, I'm really down bad. I really even ask them for stuff. Like, when I take care of myself. Anything I own, anything I got, it's mine. I'm paying for it. I'm doing me. Like, like, I would never put myself in a position where I couldn't do for myself. But it's a lot. But I'm managing. But if I'm being for real with y'all, I'm gonna say it straight up. I don't feel comfortable in life right now. Like, I don't. Like, I'm not where I want to be. But I'm not about to sit and sulk in that. I mean, of course, I got my days where I cry about it. But like, I just know that this is not the end. Like, this is the start of something great. And I just know when I get to where I want to be and where I need to be, my story for my journey is going to be amazing. All the stuff that I went through, all the hard work I put in is going to pay off. But that's one of the biggest things that I was terrified of leaving college. Is this going to be for nothing? Because there's so many people that go to college for stuff and they don't do nothing with their degrees. They're a manager at McDonald's. Not knocking that, but I didn't go to college just to become a manager at a fast food restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, I worked hard to use this degree and have a decent lifestyle for myself. But like, sometimes I'm like, maybe I should do trade school. Like, maybe I should have became a little dentist assistant, or maybe I should have became a nurse, or CNA, because that's where the money at, healthcare. But like, and literally, like, my brother, I'm so proud of him though, because my brother, he be having a lot going on, but he doing what he got to do. He went to school to be a welder. Was it this year? I think he just finished like his classes and everything like a month or two ago. And he had a job lined up for him, like, already. He literally was working the job while he was there, like, a month before he graduated, and now he has a job. So you see how quick the connect is? Like, those trade school jobs, like, those trades, they make sure you got a job lined up when you leave. And they pay well, too. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah. But, sometimes I wish that was the case for me, because it's not like I'm applying to these jobs. I'm touching on my resume every chance that I get, like, and they just, you tired of getting that denied email, so you kind of just take a break from it. So that's kind of what I've been doing. But then I did get back on to apply for jobs. I remember I stayed to apply for a job for like, I went to like 1 a.m. and nothing, so it's like, it's not like I'm not doing nothing. And then you got those people that come in your job or see you and be like, oh, so no job yet, oh, you're still here, or what are you doing now? Like, it's kind of like pressure. And I kind of feel embarrassed to say, like, I'm working my retail job, or like when I see like a professor, because like I said, my school is not far from where I live. If I see like a professor or like a staff member to come in a job and see me, I get like a little nervous. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm not about to be embarrassed. Like, this is paying my bills. This position is paying my bills. I'm never hungry at night. I got clothes to put on my back. I'm able to like do my maintenance, like get my hair done, like do nice things for myself, So it's not like it's horrible. People are doing way worse, So I'm grateful for what I have now at the end of the day, So, but yeah, listen, I try and make the best of my days, because you never know when it's your last, So I live every single day like it's my last, y'all. Like, no BS. Like, I really do, But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I don't feel like I could be doing better, because I do feel like I can. But I don't know. But hopefully I get to where I need to be soon. But Yeah, I mean, I'm only 22. My mom, she be getting on me because she's like, you're so young. She's like, people have to wait years sometime to like get where they need to be. And my friend told me that too. Like, she had a brother who he was stressing too after he graduated. He couldn't find a job for a while, but now that he did, like, he's doing so much. Like, you know, he's way happier and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, and who says when I do land a position that's not gonna be worse than where I am right now, or if I'm gonna be happy with it? But it's crazy because like I went for journalism, but now I'm kind of like maybe I shouldn't have. Sometimes I was like, did I do the wrong field or something? Or like, but now I'm just gonna take a step back from, because at the end of the day, I have a communication degree, so that's very broad. I can work anywhere. But it's like maybe I should navigate that degree somewhere else, especially if I go back and get my master's, which I am thinking about, y'all. Because like when I tell y'all, like I applied to job, I've gotten interviews, and they'll be like, okay, we love you. What's your availability? Told them, ghosted me. Like, it's so bad. Like, I don't know what's going on with the job market, or if it's me or what, but it's just weird. But I've been thinking about the masters. I was supposed to do it right after college, but then when I seen like the amount, and then I would only have to take loans, because I had got a really good scholarship to go to this school. It's very expensive, but I got a really good scholarship, so I barely took out anything. But now I'm like, but my mom's like, it's not gonna hurt, like, you know, when you pay it back when you need to. Like, not saying don't pay it. She's like, make, as long as you're paying something on it, like, you know. And I'm like, you know, you're right. So yeah, I've been thinking about it. I did talk to a little counselor, talked about the classes with me, and I'm like, I probably could get it done in a year. But the only reason why, I'm not going, the only reason why I will go back is because I don't have a position. But if I was to get a position by the time being, if my bachelor is making me money, cool. But the masters would be, you know, something to have as well. And I would approach grad school way differently, make way more connections. Not that I didn't make a lot already. Be way more involved, you know, like make sure I come out of there with something for real. Not that I didn't. I told you I turned down the position, but not that I didn't. But it's like I would do it differently. So yeah, I just will be put back in that same environment and just work around it differently. But hey, maybe I could get a job and still do it, but y'all, I don't know. I mean, because all the classes look like they're at night, so I'll just have to work in the morning. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. But I'm gonna be real. It's insane to me, because it's like, you know, it's like, dang, like, did I really do this for nothing? But I don't think I did. I think, you know, I'm first gen. My grandma would be so proud. Like, for real. Like, you don't understand. I'm about to cry when I say grandma. But I'm sorry, I missed that lady. But yeah, y'all, I mean, I'm trying to navigate life the way that I can. But like, doing this, YouTube, you know, and my other project that I got coming up, I don't want to say it on here until it actually comes out. But I've been in the works, y'all. Like, it's going to happen. But doing those things makes me feel connected to my field still. Because once I quit the paper, I felt like that was the last thing that was holding me. Like that was connecting me to my career path. Like, I really felt that way. And I was like, once I leave this, I feel like I'm not going to be doing nothing with it. But doing this, to me, just is a form of journalism. And my other project is definitely a form of journalism. So I'm like, you doing it, girl. You doing what you got to do, you know. But just stay on the right path. You young. 22 years old. I'll be 23 in September. I like it. But yeah, y'all. But yeah, I mean, I guess I said what I needed to say. It's gonna be a decent video too with some time, but I try not to flap as much as I do, but I just be needing to get the point across for real. I'm gonna say everything that I need to say. But yeah, I mean, make sure y'all taking care of yourselves, because I'm telling you, it has been a hard road for me. And loneliness attacks and it eats. It's a such thing to be around people and be around your partner and still feel like that sense of loneliness. You know what I mean? So just take care of yourselves. I know I am. I'm getting comfortable with being by myself. You know, it doesn't feel as bad as it sounds out loud. You know, so I'm like, you know, but I'm young and I want to do a lot of things, and my mom scares me into doing solo things. She scares me out of doing solo things. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just have to put on my big girl panties, and anything I want to do, don't let nobody hold me back from it. Do it. Period. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna be quiet. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my video. But people don't understand what it's like after grad. Like post grad depression is real. And as hard as I work, I couldn't imagine like it was gonna go like this, but it's happening, you know. But hey, all right, thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. Like I said, I'm just doing this for the plot. It's like, nah, it's just like a digital diary, like, you know. So hey, hopefully I'll be able to look back on this and I'll be in a different position later. But all right, thank you for tuning in. Like I keep saying, all right. Thank you so much for watching. Please just like the video at least. Because views do not be matching up to the likes at all. I'll be like, oh, y'all watching me, but y'all not liking it, y'all haters. It's like, I'm sorry, y'all not haters, but you know, some people just want to remain like, I don't know, anonymous. But honestly, it doesn't even tell me like who liked it. I don't know why, but it doesn't. It's just, the likes just be coming up. It don't even give me a notification. But yeah, whatever. Thank you guys for tuning in. At least just like the video. I mean, I don't gotta share it or whatever. Like I said, I'm not doing this to get paid. I'm doing this for me. Like, you know. But enjoy your day. Love you guys. See you later.